Hello, and let's say a big welcome to Sydney. I'm so chuffed you're here. Get ready for an adventure. Because Sydney is not just about the Opera House and Harbour Bridge, though they are pretty amazing, I'll admit. We're going to ditch the tourist traps and dive headfirst into the real Sydney. The Sydney locals know and love. Think hidden cafes with the best flat whites, secret beaches tucked away from the crowds, and neighbourhoods bursting with character. I'm talking about the Sydney that feels like a secret handshake, a knowing nod between mates. And trust me, once you've experienced Sydney like this, you'll never want to leave. So put on your comfy shoes, grab your sunglasses, the sun's a bit of a show-off here, and let's get cracking. Now, before we go any further, let me hit you with some Sydney trivia that might surprise you. Did you know that Sydney is home to over 100 beaches? That's more beaches than you can shake a stick at. And get this, Sydney is actually older than you might think. It was founded way back in 1788, making it the oldest city in Australia. Who knew, right? Oh, and here's a fun one. Sydney has its very own species of penguin. Yep, you heard that right. They're called little penguins, and they're absolutely adorable. See, Sydney's full of surprises, just waiting to be discovered. Okay, let's talk local hangouts. Forget the fancy tourist cafes. For a proper coffee experience, head to Sample Coffee in Surrey Hills. The baristas there are like coffee wizards, and the atmosphere is as cool as a cucumber. Next up, parks. Sure, the Royal Botanic Garden is stunning, but have you ever been to Wendy Whiteley's Secret Garden? It's a hidden oasis tucked away in Lavender Bay, with winding paths, whimsical sculptures, and the most amazing views of the harbour. And when it comes to neighbourhoods, forget the usual suspects. Venture out to Newtown, the heart of Sydney's bohemian scene. It's a melting pot of cultures, with vintage shops, live music venues, and street art that'll blow your mind. Trust me, these hidden gems are where the real magic happens. Now, to truly blend in with the locals, you got to live like a Sydney-sider. First things first, ditch the taxis and embrace public transport. Sydney's got a great network of trains, buses and ferries. Plus, it's honestly the best way to soak up the city's vibes. When it comes to food, forget fancy restaurants. Well, sometimes. Sydney's all about casual dining. Head to a local pub for a classic chicken palmy and a cold beer, or just grab a takeaway container of fish and chips and have yourself a beach picnic. And, speaking of beaches, let's talk beach etiquette. Rule number 1, always swim between the flags. The ocean can be a bit cheeky here, so it's best to stay safe. And rule number 2, always slip, slop, slap. That means slip on a shirt, slop on some sunscreen, and slap on a hat. See, fitting right in is honestly easier than you think. So there you have it, mate. My insider's guide to exploring Sydney like a local. But here's the thing. This is just the beginning of your adventure. Sydney is a city that begs to be explored, to be discovered, to be experienced on your own terms. So get out there. Get lost in its laneways. Strike up conversations with the friendly locals and create your own Sydney story. Remember, it's not about ticking off landmarks. It's about soaking up the atmosphere, embracing the unexpected, and finding those hidden gems that make Sydney so special. Go on, mate. The adventure is yours for the taking.